Hello. So today we will be revising one more important topic. This is like everybody should know it, okay? So we are going to talk about fractions today. But before that, I would like to welcome each one of you for joining this session on my personal tutor. So as all of you know, my name is Ranjit Kumar and I'm already teaching from the last, you can say 12 to 13 years and more than you can say 10,000 classes I have already taken. Most of the time I take mathematics, but sometimes I take computer science as well, like HTML, C++, Java. So in case if you need any help related to that as well, you can let me know. I'll make a video for all of you and upload accordingly, okay? So let's start with the basics topic, that is fraction. Okay, why I have taken this topic? Because I have seen many of the students struggling, even if they are in grade 9 or 10, but still sometimes they struggle. So whoever is ever fifth or max sixth onwards, right, each one of you please watch this video, and if you feel it is helpful for you, you can ask your friends as well to go through it once, okay? And still, if you have some doubts, you can please message me in the comment box. I will reply for each one of you. Still, if you have a doubt, you can just email me. I'll try to take a personal sessions for you, okay? So don't hesitate. Please feel free to reach out to me, okay? So all of you are ready to start with this topic, fraction. Shall we start? All right, so let's start with the fraction. So before we go into detail of the topic, so these are the subtopics which we will be talking today. First of all, we'll go to the introductions of fractions, and then we will discuss about various types of fractions, and then we will discuss how a fractions can be represented on a number line, and then we have something known as converting a mixed fractions to improper fractions, then converting an improper fraction. So don't worry, suppose if these names, right, like what is mixed fractions, what is improper fractions, if it is new to you right now, don't worry at all, okay? I repeat, don't worry at all. Only thing you should know, what is a simple addition, what is simple subtractions, simple multiplication, and LCM. That's it, okay? The rest all you will understand very similarly, like we have how to convert improper fractions to mixed fractions and so on, okay? So there are totally 11 subtopics, but if you have something else like related to fractions, if you have any more doubts, please feel free to reach out to me, okay? At the end of the class, I'll give my email ID as well. So you can message me, sir, that you please cover this subtopic, or if you have any doubts, please feel free, okay? I'll reply to each one of you. Sure, then, so let's start with the what is in fractions first of all. Any idea? All right. So fraction means a part of a whole. Okay. What we say fraction is nothing but a part of a whole. So this part can be one part or more than one part. Okay. A part of a whole. For example, what happens? Suppose you are going to a restaurant and you order a pizza. Okay. So pizza, how it will look like? It will be something like this. Suppose you divide this pizza into four equal parts, four slices. I am telling, right? You have seen, right, how the pizza looks like. Now, totally, how many parts are there? Four parts. Suppose you take one part of that. Okay. Suppose you are taking this slice. Okay. Now, if you have to represent this slice in the form of a fraction, how will you write it? You will write 1 out of 4. Okay. I repeat once again, you have a big pizza, you divide into four equal parts, and you take one slice of that. And if you have to write in a fraction form, how do you represent it? 1 upon 4, 1 out of 4. Is that all right? Now the same thing it might happen. Let's take, we have another pizza. Okay, suppose we have another pizza Now this time you are not dividing into 4. Suppose you are dividing into 8 parts, right? So this is like 4, this is 6, and this is 8. Now this time what happens, you are not taking one part, you are not taking two parts. Suppose you are taking 3 slices, okay? Suppose this is one slice, this is the second slice, and this is your third slice. Suppose you have taken 3 slices out of 8, right? So how will you represent in the fraction form? Yes, you are going to represent it as 3 out of 8. Okay, so this is nothing but a fraction. So always remember, a fraction will always be represented in the form of A upon B. Okay, how it is represented? It is represented in the form of A upon B. Now, whatever you can see on the top, I am very sure all of you know it is called as numerator. What it is called as? It is called as numerator. Whatever you can see at the bottom, what it is called as? Denominator. Okay, it is called as denominator. Are you getting it? So this is a fraction. A fraction will always have a numerator and a fraction will always have a denominator. Okay. So numerator means what? Whatever you are considering. Are you getting it? Here in the first pizza, I have taken one slice out of 4. So whatever we have taken one slice, that is on the top, and denominator is the total number of slices, right? Are you getting it? Not necessarily any pizza. It can be of any shape. Suppose we have a rectangle. Let's say we have a rectangle like this. And now I divide this rectangle into multiple parts. For example, 1, 2. Please understand these are equal parts. Okay. Please understand these are equal parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now suppose we have a 7 7 parts of this rectangle, 7 equal parts to be very precise. Suppose if I take only one of this part, okay, or you can say if I take this as well, let's say this is 2 parts, right? Suppose if I take this as well, that is 3 parts, right? Any, like, okay, let's take adjacent to it as well, that is this one, right? So total how many parts I have considered? 4 parts out of how many? 7. So if I have to write in the fractions, how will I write it? Tell me. Yes, it is 4 out of 7, right? So this is about the fraction. Any confusion till here? If you have any confusion, please watch once again. You will get to know it very well. Okay. Any? Shall we move on? Yes. So next we are going to talk about the various types of fractions. This is another very important topic here. Types of fraction. So the first thing we have to learn is about proper fractions. There are various types of fractions. Whatever important is there, we will discuss about that. Okay. So the first one is a proper fraction. So what is the definition of a proper fraction? A fraction in which a fraction in which a fraction in which numerator is less than denominator. Okay, what it is? A fraction in which numerator is less than denominator. For example, we will take it. For example, if you want to take, let us take the example. So if I take a fractions like this, 2 upon 5. So is it a proper fraction or not? Yes, it is a proper fractions. Why? Because if you see here, numerator, which is 2, is less than denominator, that is 5, right? You can take any other example. Let's say 3 over 4. This is a proper fractions. You can take 7 over 11. That is a proper fraction. You can take 9 over 23. So all these fraction in which numerator is less than denominator, it is called as proper fraction. Do you understand? This is very important, okay? Because sometimes examiner will give you a question, they will give you various fractions, okay? They will ask you to decide which of them are proper fractions. So it is very easy. So in the fractions, you just look at the numerator part. Wherever numerator is less than denominator, that is nothing but a proper fractions. Do you understand? So same way we have nothing but improper fractions. So let us talk about the improper fractions now. Improper fraction. And please understand, no need to note it down. At the end of the topic, I'll upload the videos and notes as well so that you can refer. It will be easy for you, okay? So what is the meaning of improper fraction? A fraction in which numerator is greater than denominator, okay? Are you getting it? A fraction in which numerator is greater than denominator. This is the general definitions, but do you know there is something wrong in it? Those who have already studied improper fractions, I am very sure you must have studied this only, right? Just give me a second. So what about improper fractions, right? So a fraction in which numerator is greater than denominator. This is not completely correct. This is partially correct. So what is the correct definition? A fraction in which numerator is greater or equals to denominator, okay? Or equals to denominator. Are you getting it? Or equals to denominator. For example, if you take example here, what happens? Like let's say 3/2. So this is improper fractions. Why? Because numerator is greater than denominator. 4/3. This is also improper fractions. 93/8. This is improper fraction. Suppose somebody asks you 4/4. This is improper or not? It is improper fractions. Why? Because numerator is equals to denominator. Are you getting it? So always remember, if numerator is equals to denominator, still it is called as improper fraction. So I hope you understand the meaning of a proper fractions as well as improper. All right. The another kind of fractions which everybody should know it is called as mixed fraction. Okay. What it is? Mixed fraction. This is also very simple. A fraction which consists of a fraction which consists of an integer and a proper fraction. Okay, are you getting it? What is mixed fractions? I'll give you some examples so you will understand in a better way. All right. So for example, if you take here, let's take integer 3, okay, and you take any proper fractions, let's say 2/5, right? So how do we read it? 3/2/5. So this is nothing but a mixed fraction, okay. Suppose if I take here another example, 6/3/4. This is nothing but improper mixed fraction. Suppose if I take here 9/2/3. This is mixed fraction. Even you can take negative integers here. For example, -11/2/9. Nothing but a mixed fraction. Okay. So I hope you understand the meaning of mixed fraction. Any confusion? Proper fractions, improper fractions, mixed fraction? No doubt. So now what we are going to do, we are going to do some questions on that. So please go through it properly. Please go through it properly. What is proper fractions? What is improper fractions? And what is mixed fractions? Okay. So based on that, you have a question in front of you. Okay. So I'm giving you just, let's say 2 minutes. 2 minutes is enough, right? So try to do this question, then I'll help you. Okay. Please do it. All right, so I'm very sure you would have done it. In case if you have not done, you can pause the video. Please do it, and then you verify the answers with me. Okay. All right. So here, if you see the first example, 2/9. So in 2/9, what happens? Numerator is less than denominator, and hence it is proper fraction, right? Again, if you see the example 4/5, again, if you see a numerator, 4 is less than denominator. So what it is? Proper fractions. What is a proper fraction? A fraction in which numerator is less than denominator. Okay. Similarly, coming to the third part, that is 1/9. Here also, if you see, numerator is less than denominator. So this is also proper fraction. Now coming to the next part, that is 14/3. So here, if you observe carefully, numerator is more than denominator. So what it says, whenever numerator is more than denominator, it is called as improper fraction, right? It is called as improper fraction. So this is nothing but improper fractions. Next, 7/11. So when you look at the 7/11, here the numerator part, that is 7, is less than denominator part 11, and hence it is called as proper fraction, right? Now coming to the next one, this is the case where most of the students get confused. Okay. Always remember, whenever numerator and denominator both are same, that is called as improper fraction. What it is called as? Improper fraction. Coming to the next one, that is 27/32. So in this case, what happens? 27/32. In this case, if you observe carefully, numerator 27 is less than denominator, right? So we know that in any fraction, if numerator is less than denominator, that is called as proper fraction, right? Now coming to the same, the next fractions, that is 4/99. If you observe carefully here, 4, which is less than 99, and hence this is also a proper fractions, right? Now coming to the last one, 22/9. So here 22, that is numerator is more than denominator. So what we have learned, whenever numerator is more than denominator, it is called as improper fraction. I hope all of you understand what is the meaning of proper fraction and what is the meaning of improper fractions and how to identify this. Any doubt still here? You can please watch the video again from the beginning. You can see what is the definition of proper fraction, what is the meaning of improper fraction, what is numerator and what is denominator. You will easily understand, right? So this is the first concept. The next concept is very important. fraction on a number line. So whenever we have any fractions, for example, let us take any example like 3/5, right? Now these fractions we can represent on a number line as well. Okay, how to represent on a number line? So first of all, we will take a line. Okay, so let us take a line something like this. Okay, now let's say this 3/5, right? So what happens, suppose this is your 0 and this is your 1, right? So divide this into 5 equal parts. Okay, suppose this is first part, this is second part, this is third part, and this is fourth part, right? Please understand, I have not drawn to scale, but I hope you understand. 0 to 1, it is divided into 5 equal parts. So always remember, whatever the denominator is there, that many parts you divide it. So this is 0 and this is 1. Now what happens, I can write 0 as 0/5 as well. Yes or no? 0 can be written as 0/5 because 0/5 is 0 only. Now same way 1 I can write it as 5/5, right? So now what happens, each part, when you see the first one, this is nothing but 1/5, this will be 2/5, this will be 3/5, this will be 4/5, and the next one is 5/5. Now what we have to represent on the number line, 3/5. So this is our answer. Okay, this is nothing but this is the point which you have to represent on the number line. So what is the most important thing whenever you have to represent any fraction on the number line? Okay, so here currently we have taken a proper fraction. Okay, so always remember proper fractions when you have taken, and if you have to draw a number line on it, whatever the denominator is there, that many parts you divide it between 0 to 1. Okay, and then whatever comes, let's take another example. For example, let's take what we can take, 2/7, right? Let us take 2/7. Now this 2/7, if I have to represent on a number line, same way what I will do, I will take a number line like this, right? Now this is nothing but in the beginning, this is 0 and this is 1. Now this number line, how many parts I will divide it? Tell me. Yes, 7. Why 7? Whatever the number of parts are there in the denominator, okay, whatever the number is there in the denominator, so here it is 7, right? So we will divide the number line between 0 and 1 into 7 equal parts. Okay, I repeat once again, whenever you have a proper fraction, if you have to represent on the number line, look at the denominator part. Whatever the denominator is there, that many parts we have to divide into. Okay, so here what I will write, here it is 0 and this is 1, but 1 I will write in a different way, that is 7/7, and this is nothing but 0/7, right? Now what happens, this I will divide into 7 equal parts. This is 1 part, this is 2 part, this is 3 part, this is 4 part, this is 5 part, this is 6 part, and automatically 7. So you can see here, this is the first part, second part, this is the third part, this is the first part, this is the second part, this is the third part, fourth part, fifth part, sixth part, seventh part. We have divided into 7 equal parts. Okay. Now what we have to consider, this number will be 1/7, right? Here it will be 1/7, this will be 2/7, this will be 3/7, this will be 4/7, this will be 5/7, this will be 6/7. Now we have to represent only 2/7. So whatever you have to represent, you can highlight that. So this is the point, 2/7 on the number line. Okay. Are you getting it? Now the next thing is, like, if it is a proper fractions, it is fine. But if it is improper fractions, how to do it? Okay. So what we will do here, this we will revisit once again. But before that, we have to learn one important concept. What is that? What is that important concept? Like whenever we have, sorry. Whenever we have a mixed fraction, right? We already know the mixed fractions. It consists of an integer and a proper fractions. And we know what is improper fractions as well. So we have already learned what is a mixed fractions, what is an improper fraction. So in this subtopic, we will learn how to convert any mixed fractions to improper fraction. Okay. So always remember, mixed fractions can be converted to improper fraction, and improper fractions can be converted to mixed fraction. Okay. Proper fractions, you can't do anything. It is as it is. Okay. I repeat once again, proper fraction, you cannot do anything at all. Okay. It is as it is. But mixed fraction can be converted to improper fraction, and improper fraction can be converted to mixed fractions. So suppose if any mixed fraction is given to us, for example, we know that how the mixed fractions will look like in general: a b over c. So now if it is in this format, it is a mixed fractions. Now if you have to convert this mixed fractions into improper fraction, what you will do, you will multiply a with c. Okay. And whatever you get it, you have to add with b. Are you getting it? I repeat once again, whatever the integer here it is, that you have to multiply with the denominator part, that is c. So it is ac, and then you have to add b to it. Okay. So I'm writing for here, that is a will get multiplied with c, and then you will add b, whole thing divided by c. Are you getting it? A will get multiplied by C, and then you will add B to it, and denominator remains all. This is always fixed. Always remember, whenever you are converting mixed fractions to improper fraction or improper fractions to mixed fractions, denominator is always same. Okay. Let us take some example here. Let us take example to understand. Let's say 2 5 over 7. So how will you do it? This 2 I will multiply by 7. So 2 will get multiplied by 7, and then you will add 5 to it, right? You will add 5 to it, and denominator remains 7 as it is, which you simplify further. That is 2 times 7 is nothing but 14, and this is plus 5, whole thing divided by 7. That is 14 plus 5 is 19, 19 over 7. It means that the mixed fractions, that is 2 5 over 7, can be converted into improper fraction as 19 over 7. Okay. Please grasp this concept. Please grasp this concept. I will take another example then. So if you want to take another example, let's say 4 5 over 8, for example, right? So now suppose if you have to convert this mixed fractions into improper fractions, what will you do? This integer 4, you will multiply with denominator, and then you will add the numerator part to it. That is 4 will get multiplied by 8, and you will add 5 to it, and denominator will remain 8 as it is. So 4 times 8 is nothing but 32, and this is plus 5, whole thing divided by 8. So that is 37 by 8. So you can see here one important thing: in this mixed fractions, denominator is 8. Even in case of improper fractions, denominator is 8 only. So what you have to keep in mind whenever you are converting mixed fractions to improper fraction or improper fractions to mixed fraction, denominator will always remain same. All right. All right, let's take another example. Okay, here I have taken positive integer. Even if it is negative, let's say minus 7, 8 over 11. Okay, so always remember, even if negative integer is there, negative you put by default. Okay, what you will do, negative you will put as it is without any thinking. If it is negative, put negative. You just multiply 7 with 11, and whatever the answer you get, you add to it. Okay, so this is minus as it is. 7 you will multiply by 11, then whatever answer you get, you will add 8 to it, divided by 11. Yes or no? So this minus is as it is. 7 multiplied by 11 is 77, and you will add 8 to it, whole thing divided by 11. So minus is as it is. 77 plus 8, if you add it, you will get 85 over 11. So what do you understand from this question is basically, if the mixed fraction is negative, even the improper fractions will be negative, and vice versa. Means if the improper fraction is negative, even the mixed fractions will be negative. Are you getting it? All right. So I hope all of you understand. So what I'm going to do here, we will be working a lot of questions, but before that, take 2 to 3 minutes time, okay, and try it yourself. So as it is getting recorded, so even you can you can pause the video for some time and do it. And at the end, when I am explaining, you can just verify the answer. Okay, try it. All right, so I'm very sure all of you must have done it. In case if you have not done, you still pause the video. Pause the video.